Everyone, it's Froggy, and I'm back again with another episode of C14 Dating. So, we just got yelled at again by Augustine. So we are now in our tent and we're upset and we are being visited. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. Are you in there, Melissa? My eyes widen when I recognize Kyler's calm voice. Yeah, I'm in here. Did you need something? DeAndre said that you left without a word and that you looked upset. Is there something bothering you? Perhaps I could be of assistance? Kyler came to check on me? I didn't expect that at all. Accept his offer, obviously. We're gonna accept his offer, how could we not? I crawled over to the flap and unzipped it to give Kyler access before scooting back. Kyler gingerly entered the tent and sat cross-legged on the air mattress. He was slender, but his height made it cramped in the one-person shelter. Eyeing my curled-up position, his expression softened. Did something happen? Yeah, I got lectured by Augustine today and I feel awful about it. What was it about? Although Kyler was direct, there was no accusation in his voice. I found burnt flint in the wet screen. Oh. What's worse, after Augustine saw it, I had to listen to him for 20 minutes telling me how disappointed he was. And that's not the first mistake that I've made either. I forgot to draw on the grid map and bones kept falling apart in the lab at the beginning. I thought I got better when Augustine quizzed me about my square butt. The tears returned and my voice cracked as I continued. Now I'm second-guessing myself. I'm starting to feel I stumbled in the wrong direction career-wise. I can't seem to get anything right. I feel like I've wasted my time, Sherry's time, your time, and the expenses my parents covered to get me here. Realizing who I was talking to, I jerked my head up and hastily rubbed my eyes. You must find me so pathetic right now. You helped me so many times, but I still messed up. You probably think I didn't take your advice to heart. Kyler sighed and rubbed the back of his head. What kind of person do you think I am? I'm not looking down on you, nor do I think you're pathetic. Besides, crying because you're upset isn't shameful. There are even health benefits to it. Leave it to Kyler to think of health benefits. Huh? Crying washes out the stressful hormones in your body, helps release tension, and your tears are antibacterial. It also keeps your eyes moist and removes toxins. It's sort of like a cleansing. Are you trying to cheer me up with science? Sorry. I'm not used to these types of situations, and I wanted to convey that. What I'm trying to say is that it's okay to let it out, and I'm here for you. Oh, you're so... That entire roundabout explanation led to those simple words. His hand disappeared behind his back as he pulled out something from his pocket. He presented a few folded napkins, the same ones that we used at the table. Smiling weakly, I accepted them. Thanks, Kyler. You could have just said so in the first place before launching into your science facts. Like I said, I'm not used to these situations. I wiped my eyes, then unceremoniously blew my nose. Kyler politely looked away as I cleaned my face. Don't let what Dupont said discourage you. I know what it's like to be scolded by him too. You've experienced it too? I thought you never messed up. Seriously, what kind of image do you have of me? Anyway, the answer is yes. I experienced it on my first day when I had never done any archaeology prior. It wasn't my fault, but there I was, being lectured in the cave in front of everybody for a good 20 minutes. After that, I vowed not to do anything that would repeat it. Wow, you still liked archaeology after that? It probably would have ruined my impression of excavating here. It was a little like that at first. I did resent signing up for the elective. It was Sherry who changed my opinion about archaeology, and here I am. But I digress. Of course, I shift my focus away from you when it's you who's feeling down. He sighed dispiritedly, convinced that he was a burden instead of any help. No, I found this encouraging. It shows that I shouldn't give up because I've been feeling incapable. The lecture hurt, but I can only improve from here, right? At least I hope I'll improve. It seems whenever I master something, I make mistakes somewhere else.
It's an ongoing process. You never stop picking up new insights or techniques. It's not much, but I do excavate beside you, and I can help you. I know you've been trying to rely on me less, but I honestly don't find your inquiries bothersome anymore.
Anymore? He blushed, then coughed awkwardly, and I laughed. Thanks, Kyler.
Feeling better?
Yeah, it was really like a cleansing.
I'm glad.
Kyler approached the exit, then paused mid-crawl, turning around like he forgot to grab his car keys. Reaching out, he gave me a feeble pat on the shoulder with his fingertips before withdrawing. He's so cute. The physical attempt to cheer me up was rather weak, but Kyler wasn't a touchy-feely person. Thanks. I'll see you later, Kyler, when I'm more presentable. He departed, leaving me alone with my thoughts again. However, I didn't feel as depressed as I did before he visited. I was still a little sore over the whole tamisage incident, but it was too early for me to give up and declare archaeology the wrong path for me. I wonder what Kyler got mistakenly lectured for.
And we've seen this, so I'm gonna go ahead and skip up. Okay, we're back, so I'm gonna go ahead and continue.
I closed the lab door, wondering if I should visit Kyler when I noticed something. On the whitest spot of the floor, there was a long sheet of white construction paper spread out. Was someone drawing?
Oh, but we have the option to skip it and go visit Kyler in the cave, which we're gonna do.
I was curious about the whole scouting and display thing. Maybe Kyler could elaborate on it. As expected, the cave's main lights were still on when I entered. Without anyone around and the heat lamps turned off, it was cold and remote. Kyler?
Melissa?
Huh? The voice came from my immediate right. Across the huge gap, Kyler stood near the edge in a place that I didn't even know was accessible, since there were no paths or walkways nearby. How did you get over there? He gestured toward the cave wall behind him, and I noticed a small gap behind one of the columns.
Through this way. I have to climb over one of the squares and loop around.
I had no idea. I want to see. I quickened my step, interested in exploring more of the cave. Kyler vanished through the tight passage, and I saw him emerge not far from the spot where Shoji worked. I scurried to the 3-foot wall, placing my hands carefully on the surface. I prepared to hoist myself up, but Kyler already leaned down and extended an arm.
Here.
Touched, I accepted his hand and positioned 1 foot on a sturdy rock. After a nod, Kyler yanked me upward, then let go once I regained my balance. Thanks.
No problem. It would have been troublesome if you disturbed the sediments by scrambling over them.
Of course. Figures. I followed him, mindful of the uneven path, as he backtracked to where I originally found him. What are you doing exactly? We arrived at the edge. It felt surreal to see the main catwalk from this position.
Determining ideal locations to place the cutouts. They're all depictions of animals dug up here to help give visitors an idea of what Koreans would have been like over 30,000 years ago. We even got a Neanderthal family to display. I'm wondering how to lay everything out, and if the angles will work from the visitor's viewpoint. Actually, a second person would be helpful. Your visit was providential.
Yay? I'd be glad to lend a hand. What do you need me to do?
Can you return to the entrance? I'm going to position myself where the cutouts will be, and you let me know how visible I am.
But I want to wander around and check out the places that I've never seen yet.
This isn't a playground to frolic around in.
We exchanged stubborn glares until his face softened and he let out a weak chuckle.
If you help me, I'll show you around. We can't explore the whole cave, but we can take that side catwalk I know you've never been to.
I admit that I've always wondered about it, and where it led, but I never seen anyone take that path. Satisfied with the arrangement, I passed Kyler, then nimbly darted through the column maze. I guessed that it was one advantage to being short. We spent the next 20 minutes moving around and exchanging "that's good" or "a little more to the left" or "no, your other left." When we finished, Kyler led me down the catwalk like he promised. However, we didn't go far. All of the lights on the lower level were off, and Kyler advised me not to advance farther. I settled on leaning over the railing and looking downward while Kyler hesitantly joined me.
How did you know I was here? Anyway, did Hendrik tell you?
Yeah, I asked, and now here I am. Thought that I'd drop by and say hi. It seems the two of you have reconciled?
There was nothing to really reconcile. I clung so firmly to my first impression of him that I refused to really get to know him, since I thought I was right. Or maybe I avoided it because deep down I was worried I had the wrong idea about him. Instead of seeing him as a rival, I should have treated him like a teammate. Now I'm learning even more because I'm open to his suggestions. It was a petty grudge.
It's never too late to bury the hatchet and move on. How does it feel?
Like a giant weight lifted off my shoulders. Nursing resentment is exhausting, but I had no idea how much I had until I decided to let it go. It's something I need to work on. I didn't mean to subject you to my rambling.
Don't worry about it. It was a big step for you, right? Sometimes it's good to just talk things out. Get your thoughts and feelings sorted openly.
You're so cute when you blush. Oh my god, I'm gonna like squeal and freak out about him every single time because I just can't get over how adorable he is. Is that why you tend to blurt things out?
I prefer the term communicative. We shared a laugh and Kyler gazed down at the abyss.
In a way, I have DeAndre to thank.
DeAndre?
Originally, I thought that he was here to goof off and fool around, since a lot of people use this as an opportunity to do exactly that. However, he is trying to pass. He also helped me whenever I got stuck with cooking duties. Even if he got frustrated at first, I admit I wasn't making it easy for him. I guess that helped me reconsider my situation with Hendrik.
Even DeAndre has a mature side to him. We both thought you were rather unfriendly at first, too.
If you thought that, why did you bother to talk to me?
Well, I was stuck with you. You were the one nearby, but I learned that you weren't so bad when I got to know you. I'm glad we're square mates.
Same here. Thanks for listening to me.
It's no problem. If you ever want to chat or talk things out, my square is next to yours.
Let's go back. We dawdled long enough.
Kyler's the cutest thing in the world. Okay, so we've seen this, so I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to see more videos from me, then don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.